On to the next one. This is Golden Journey, How the Madness Began by Mhybe. Mhybe always has amazing videos.
Let's talk about when the first volume
JoJo? Wait, what? I thought this was about Golden Journey, not Golden JoJo.
of JoJo was about to be published. The author was asked to write a brief message for the reader. Although he didn't think too deeply at the time, thus came up with a phrase, a hint to humanity. This term phrase was merely an accidental creation. Even he himself had not anticipated that this spontaneous thought would run through the next several
Why can I never escape?
decade of his manga career, gradually evolving into what we now call the Golden Spirit. What exactly is this Golden Spirit?
I can never escape anything, apparently. I can't escape the Bakushin incident. I can't escape Gugu babies. I can't escape Nishino skulls. There's no escape. I'm starting to believe it.
Well, no one can really put into words, but funny enough, in horse racing, there is one family that keeps running with it again and again. They are
Of course. Of course. The first clip he shows. Stay gold. Of all your accomplishments, this is everything they boil it down to. It's not right.
dumb, but they are clever.
Are you sure about that?
They're
Well, those were the sparks that were unfortunately passed down. And of course, Goldship just being Goldship.
magical. They are lovable. You will scream for them, you will left speechless by them. Unstable, unpredictable, but never boring. Some
Gold
call
Clan.
them the Heart Attack Express. I call them the Joestar family of racing. And
We are Gold Clan enjoyers in this chat. What's that face? It's the Goldship special.
this is how the Golden Spirit began.
Where he sprouted wings. Man. Man.
In 1994 Hokkaido, a small healthy colt was born, carrying an enormous expectation from Shadai, a name you cannot avoid when talking about Japanese racing. Many people know the epic story of this horse, but the story behind his birth also matter. In the 20th
So tiny. The Hong Kong Cup is still one of the most hype. It is. It was such a good race.
century, Shadai spent decades importing knowledge and bloodlines from the world. And in 1990, Sunday Silence arrived in Japan. Within just a decade, he became the very core of Japanese breeding. But the most important thing he did was he changed the philosophy of the sport. Horses no longer raced until 6 and 7 and began to retire at 4 to 5-year-old. This signified Japanese racing began to stand on their own without relying on importing stock. What Shadai did for the sport was profound. However, within this meteoric rise, Japanese racing was not facing equal treatment. At the time, racing superiority was
I was not expecting this cutaway. Now this is true horse racing. That's what I'm talking about. This is what I'm here for.
shown in every aspect in the West. Whenever the Shadai representative talk about their
Why is this one running sideways? Wait, why are two of them running sideways? They're braking.
travel back then, they often felt that veiled discrimination. Japan doesn't have horse racing.
Oh, these guys are cheating. What's this? They don't even have their suit on anymore.
Selling this
Cheaters.
bloodline to Japan would be the loss of
Disqualified.
a century-old legacy. Comparing people's attitude back then and today, it's hard to not feel the irony. And it's precisely because of this special history. This little horse carried a pedigree that felt so special. His father was the horse who changed the sport. His mother was Golden Sash, the full sister of Soccer Boy, the daughter of Dictus, Shadai's early foundation stallion. We can also find Northern Taste, another pillar that shaped the industry. In other words, within this small body flowed the very bloodline that built Shadai's entire empire.
Which is a huge burden to carry on your shoulders.
To match such a dreamlike pedigree, this horse was sent to Japan's Hall of Fame trainer, Ike Yasuo. Even Ike Sensei himself was curious. What kind of a horse could possibly emerge from such a luxurious
A powerful pony, yup.
bloodline? And just like so many legends begin, the moment he saw the coat, he was in disbelief. Why is it so small?
Aww, poor tiny Stay Gold.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
But size
Yeah,
doesn't
relatable.
matter. His small friend did
That's what I say.
absolutely nothing to contain the madness inside. Bipedally, biting people, biting horses, not listening to instruction.
Look at that picture. See ya. I have a world to explore.
The list continued.
Locked in here with you.
Oh,
You're locked in here with me.
And somehow miraculously, this little colt managed to complete his training and make it to the track. He was then given his name.
Stay when needs to pay child support. Well, sorry guys, I'm going out on a journey. I'll be back one day. Good luck.
Stay Gold.
Never beating the deadbeat dad allegations.
And pair up with the first victim. His first jockey, Olivier Pellier.
Oh,
In his debut, Stay Gold showcased a powerful spurt. Although a late start left him finishing only 3rd place, the performance was promising enough. Because the team had a great expectation on Stay Gold, they immediately entered the 2nd race. Just when everything was going perfectly, Stay Gold decided to give up entirely.
well, he just gave up. That's right. Stay Gold races when Stay Gold feels like it.
Miss input, calm down! You calm the fuck down!
At the time,
You tell him, Charlie.
Stay Gold had somewhat of an injury. Nothing serious, just a minor issue. For other horses, they would finish the race normally. But for a horse already difficult in temperament, Stay Gold simply stopped trying entirely. Pellier quickly said, this horse won't do it. The team also realized, we need to find the next jockey. And with that, Stay Gold met his most important jockey, Kumasawa Shigefumi. His first jockey was Pellier. I know the horse pulled out mid-race. Even a jockey like Pellier couldn't stand him. When it became my turn to ride him, my feelings were complicated. With
Well, an attempt was made. Nice try. Also, that's a little bit of a chunker doggo.
that complicated feeling,
Look at that boy. He chunky.
Stay Gold began to cook. Heck, he began to bake, roast, and toast. At first, Stay Gold showed none
Okay, well, that was a clip. He shocked himself due to the toasters. I would never. I'm a coward. You would never catch me doing something like that. Maybe when I was younger. Every man that's in their early teens doesn't care about their well-being because it's funny. But once you get older and your body starts to slow down and you don't heal as quickly, you become like, I'm gonna second guess that. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get hurt.
of the issues at all. In training, he was obedient. So much so that Kumasawa began to lower his guard. Even Pellier found him unbearable. There had to be something wrong with him. I came with that bias. But instead, my impression was very good. He was indeed a good horse. So at the 3rd race, the entire camp felt the same way. This horse will win, no doubt about it. And then Stay Gold just pulled out Lewis Hamilton 2021.
Lewis Hamilton takes it away, but he locks on.
In that one single race, Stay Gold showcased his 3 defining traits: uncontrollable, drifting sideways, and launching his jockey.
Yeah, that's just the Stay Gold special.
What can you do? The infamous horse earned a reputation. Now you can't just find the next victim. Kumasawa could only try and visit the horse every day, trying to build trust by training and living together. And that's when he realized he misunderstood Stay Gold. Because this flaws on the course was nothing compared to his bad temper. Stay Gold refused to train. He hates being led. He hates being told what to do. To the point,
You see, he's just a rebel. You can't control him.
during training, Kumasawa stayed so long on his back waiting him to move. 8th launch, finished launch, Stay Gold still didn't move. So others offered a solution. Why don't we gallop him? And trainer EK listened to this totally reasonable solution.
Holy, what if they did do that? Then we wouldn't have all the Gold Clan.
Stay Gold was gelded and sent back to racing. And with that, my Gold Family series ends here. Thank you so much for
Yeah, that would have been awful.
watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
slow clap.
Thankfully, that never happened. But when we look at Stego's pedigree, indeed, Stego's pedigree was elite. But for the trainer, that bloodline didn't signal a bright future. It signals headache. His parents, Sunday Silence and Golden Sash, both were legendary hotheads. Even worse, their parents were also infamous for being troublemakers. So when the two lineage was combined, naturally you don't get Mr. Obedient. After that, Stego and Kumasawa went through 2 more second place. Finally, in the 6th race, Stego earned his first victory. A second win followed, then a 4th place. At the time,
You know, it's a funny thing too. They always talk about how the Gold clan inherited their temper from Stay Gold, when Stay Gold inherited his temper from Halo.
only classic remained was the Kikasho. To prepare for that, Stego entered one of the most important races of his life, the Akanko Special.
体制完了です。スタートを切りました。
As he raced more, he became more and more difficult to handle. Still, his ability was very high. If he ran normally, he would rise to the top quickly. At the time, no one truly understood what the Akanko would come to mean for Stego.
Journey was just Halo reincarnated. I believe it.
In October 1997, Stego made his group race debut and finished 4th. Under normal circumstances, only the top 3 would qualify for the Kikasho, but due to withdrawals, Stego, with the highest win of Akanko, slipped into the field.
Nice. Oh, and Fuku-chan was in here as well.
ゲートが開いた。あっとメジロブライトはちょっと後ろから。
In this Kikasho, Stego went off as the 10th favorite. The pace was slow. First 1000 meter was 61.8, 2000 meter was 208.3. To put it simply, it was very slow. Eventually turned the race into a burst of speed contest at the end. Perfect for the horses in the front, but the exact opposite direction of what Stego was good at. Stego's strength was stamina, and he tended to thrive in faster tempo, favoring horses coming from behind.
Go, 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 go. Fuku-chan! Fuku-chan! Nice.
At the end, Stego unsurprisingly finished 8th, yet due to slow pace, he was only 3 lengths behind. For a 10th favorite in his very first G1, this was far from a bad result. As the jockey put it, it's unfortunate, in a slow pace he simply can't show his true strength, but still, it wasn't a heavy loss at all.
Yeah, not too bad if you were expected to be the 10th favorite and got 8th. Performed better than what was expected.
Even more telling, Akanko showed no signs of fatigue at all, so the team immediately entered him to the International Jockey Invitational. Since it was a jockey series, his rider was signed randomly, and by pure fate, Yutaka drew Stego and finished 2nd place.
フラワーフェアフラワーフェアファーストソニア間に入ったステイゴールドは伸びきれないステイゴールド今立て直してあとゴールまで
Go,
50m で
go,
先
go,
頭はファ
go,
ーストソニア
go,
川原
go.
翔一外から豊追い詰めた
It looked good on paper,
Nice.
but afterward, Take Yutaka also said he never wanted to ride the horse ever again.
Poor Stay Gold. Even the goat wanted nothing to do with him.
And left somewhat of a famous quote. This horse isn't here to race. He's only interested in biting other horses.
I mean, if you think about it, truly the best plan for a racehorse is if you say, you see that horse in front of you, go bite him. Then they run at full speed to go bite that horse. It just sounds like a strat to me. Yummy tail, exactly. Chase the tail, take a bite, get first place. If not first place, at least you're getting second.
When his fellow stars were earning the glory of their lives, Stego, the highly anticipated star, ended his classic year with a proud record of piecing off 2 famous jockeys.
Wait, is it theorized that Stay got second to bully the ones in front? Okay, that's funny.
And then he began to cook again. Do you know how to become a silver collector?
Yes, you watch my champion meeting streams. Record 2, famous jockeys pissed off? Truly, the best silver collector.
Well, you gotta do some of this.
先頭は優勢トップランステイゴールド並んでオレンジで帽子を立つステイゴールドかアラバンサが2セット
The silver collection going right there. Boom,
Unstoppable
boom, boom.
momentum, Stego got 4 second place in a row. After securing the ticket to Tenno Show, Stego also began to gather a good amount of fans. On the racetrack, each narrow defeat made people cheer for him more. When the trainer recalled his time, he was a late bloomer, not just physically, but mentally as well. I knew many fans were cheering for him. Those voices reached me, and all I could think was, I have to let him win. So the team adopted the philosophy: for a fiery horse, don't force him to do anything. Don't use the whip if not necessary.
I mean, with that temper, if you use the whip, I feel like he's gonna just rebel more and more, right?
The race began. Because last year's classic winner were all absent, other top horses like Silent Suzuka and Air Groove were
What is that Air Groove artwork? That's not the one I'm used to seeing. Damn.
not long distance horse. The spotlight fell on a rematch between Magical Bright and Silk Justice, which they just put out a banger performance in the Hanshin Daishoten. Hanshin Daishoten is an interesting race. Although it is a group 2, Hanshin 3000
It's the first
meter
official
is
art,
such a
okay.
unique setting to the point that if a horse can handle this setting, it is considered a waste to not run at the race. Therefore, it often delivers some top tier matches, including this year between Magical Bright and Silk Justice. As the race went to its later stage, the front horses began to fade. Magical Bright and Silk Justice launched their move. But at this very moment, a familiar figure surged up behind them, wobbling, drifting, but nonetheless charging forward.
Is this? No. This isn't the race I was thinking of. Major Bright. Stay Gold's closing in, but it's not enough. Another silver collection.
This horse never won a group race. His highest
Guess you could say Bright had a bright future.
win was still a Kanko, which is 6 tier below a group 1. Finished a surprising or unsurprising second place. The camp was thrilled. This horse, long
And then they cut away to the poop video again.
dismissed as problematic, had never lacked ability. What he needed was someone willing to
Maybe really enjoys this clip, doesn't he?
understand him.
Then again, I understand it because of the people that aren't familiar with the series and the horses. You know, you want to show them the clip because it is a funny clip.
Surely, in the next race, he will finally... He always seemed to be just a little short. He keeps repeating the same kind of race. Still, the team did not doubt him. For the next race, they aimed for the Takasakine as the 9th favorite. Such low support was understandable due to his resume, but another reason was that this Takasakine was nothing short of a battlefield. Air Groove, Mejiro Dober, Mejiro Bright,
the Meiji
Silk
Rose.
Justice, a group of G1 champions filled the race. But most importantly, the overwhelming favor was that Silent Suzuka. Every horse here is dangerous, but the most terrifying one is Silent Suzuka's front lead. So they entered the race with one goal: try to catch Silent Suzuka.
Oh no. Is this the Silent Suzuka clip that I think it is?
And with that in mind, the race began.
Suzuka's in the front. I like how he didn't even number Suzuka. Just Suzuka front. Oh, thank you
As
for the
always,
follow. Appreciate
Silent
it.
Suzuka went straight to the front, setting a ferocious pace and opening up a 10-length lead. Even as they entered the final straight, he still held a commanding lead. But all of the sudden, Stay Gold began to pass the other elite one by one until he reached second. The fast pace favors Stay Gold, and Hanshin was famously
See
a
the
home
horse way in the
turf for
front?
the
That's
Gold
him.
family.
That's the guy. Suzuka leads are always intimidating. Yup.
Even Silent Suzuka displayed astonishing resilience. Stay Gold gave him a tough challenge. The gap
Look at
kept
that.
shrinking, but the finishing line was also closing.
So close. Oh. And another silver for the collection.
Kumasawa later recalled this race as the closest one because it really felt like he could catch up. But finishing second among such a field was nothing short of impressiveness. But the group 2 after that was yet another loss. Up to this point, Stay Gold had collected 8 second place.
Which is still extremely impressive when you think about it. Sure, he didn't get first, but to be so consistent in second place, very insanely impressive.
To make this horse win became the biggest goal.
Yep, I agree.
And from this moment, Stay Gold began his
See, that was an accomplishment itself. Almost caught Suzuka. Yeah, was very close.
miraculous journey of losing. His next race was that heartbreaking Silent Sunday, although it was a tragedy for Silent Suzuka. For Stay Gold,
You
he
see, that was the race I was thinking about. Man.
suddenly became the clear favorite. Victory should be guaranteed, and yet in the home straight, he began drifting sharply to the inside. No matter how the jockey waved from the inner rail, he continued pulling inward, refusing to go straight, and finished second place again. Later at the Japan Cup, he became a back
His weird quirk of strafing cost him that race. That is so unfortunate.
from NPC and witnessed El Condor Pasa's historical victory, though he did manage to bite the tail.
Well, someone said it in chat. He wasn't going for special week. He was going for the special cheeks.
Special week. Then came the Alimakine. Once again, Stego was overlooked in a competitive field, and once again, he delivered a solid third place, witnessing the miraculous comeback from Grass Wonder. Looking back at the year, Stego had 11 stars,
They wanted to try the bakery. He was after that cake.
6 second place, and yet his highest victory was still that Akanko. Because of that, he was given the honorable nickname Akanko Tourism Ambassador. Normally a horse capable
The side eye. Look at that side eye.
of multiple G1 runner-up should easily have G2 or G3 victory. Jockey Kumasawa explained it the best. He's not the kind of horse that runs until he's exhausted. He always felt like he has something left. That's why I urge him with the whip. But the moment you upset him, he simply stops entirely. Don't push him, he won't try. If you push him, he won't run.
We see where Journey got it from. Yup.
Akanko just had to be special. The following year, Akanko's goal became challenging nice nature. He finished third in 4 of the races. Reputation evolved from silver collector to battlefield journalist. I am going to skip all of this race because he really just was an NPC.
Hello.
Among them, the Tenno
The Oblivion music. That was funny.
show beaten by Special Week by just a neck was the closest.
Or I think that was Skyrim music. Either way.
After witnessing Special Week defeating Monju in the Japan Cup, the legendary duel between Grass Wonder and Special Week in the Alimakine, Akanko raced through the entire rise, clash, and retirement from the golden generation. Looking at so many Kohai retiring from track, Stay Gold understood the key to victory.
If I can't beat you, I can last longer than you. That's right. Your opponents can't win if they retire.
Thus, Akanko entered his 6-year-old season with 4 consistent results: 2nd, 3rd, 2nd, 4th. By now, Akanko's losing streak reached 28. At the time, the team tried everything to get Stego to run in a straight line, but he was too smart that whatever the method they used, he saw through the method and figured out a way to dismantle the system. This horse was too clever. People taking care of him also developed a connection with the horse, and so the team made the painful decision to replace the jockey to Taki Yutaka. Not because they had any complaint, they simply wanted to try something new. May 20, 2000, Tokyo Racecourse. Rain fell through the sky. The track was
right.
heavy.
Rain
Akanko
power
was
stay
sent off
gold.
as the second favorite. The early stage of the race went smoothly. And then, in the final straight, Stego unleashed a brilliant kick, surging past the leaders and finally won the race. The crowd erupted. The cheers that day rival a Group 1. This victory carried more
Nice.
weight
Turns
than
out
it appeared.
Rain did
It was
power him up.
Stego's first win in 2 years and 8
Wet
months.
conditions,
His first
yo.
stake victory.
Got
And
that
also
power boost.
The 100 stake win for progeny of Sunday Silence. At long last, Akanko finally graduated from Akanko. Congratulations, Akanko. No, Stay Gold. This was a deserving victory. Although you never won a G1, that impossible dream can at least be realized by your children. It's time to retire.
Oh,
Are you sure about that?
Like
man, right into the water too. That poor guy.
that is ever going to happen. At the time, Sunday Silence was still alive. Shada could not secure many resources for Stay Gold, so they planned to sell him to
Oh,
other
sevens.
farms, but Stay Gold was not seen as a highly priced stallion. The negotiation eventually broke. What can you do? Well, time to continue your career. But this was year 2000. In the remaining year, TM Opera completely ruled over the sport. Stego could only
Yeah,
watch
overlord
as
of the
Opelao
century right there.
completed his undefeated Grand Slam journey, watching him completed the great breakthrough of the century. In my Opelao's video, I said it was like a 1 against 15 for Opelao. But in the Alima, Stego was actually boxed even more severely. After another year of being a battlefield journalist, Stego entered his 7-year-old season.
7 years of sheer dominance.
今スタートしました。まずまず揃ったスタートであります。果たして何が先手を取るんでしょうか。
Hey, do you think Akanko can win this year? Are you
Not the squeaky voice.
stupid? Do you know how old he is? 7-year-old. How many horses are still competitive at age? Even Opera is losing now. Dayone. I'm going to support the first favorite, Rosado. Akanko had cost me thousands over the past 4 years. This year, I know better. Whoever bet on this horse is just stupid, foolish.
Who would thought in the very first race this year, Stego claimed the second stake with ease. All the bad habits from the past suddenly disappeared with such a strong...
It just, it took Stego just a little longer to mature, to stop biting other horses, to stop drifting to the side, to actually start listening to the jockey. Sometimes it takes us a little more time to mature than others.
On condition, the team made him enter the Dubai Shima Classic. Back then, the stronger horse typically stayed home for the Tenno show, and in truth, the biggest role for Stego was a support. There was another horse competing at the Dubai World Cup. The camp wanted to travel an extra horse to keep others comfort. Stego was that extra one. The expectation was close to nothing. What's worse, this journey was brutal. A 30-hour flight combined with
He stopped biting because nothing matched up with Special Cheeks. I guess Special Cheeks just had that special flavor. He's like, nah, nothing tastes the same. Ever since then, I've retired biting other Umas.
No pain during travel. Stego was in arguably the worst condition, and the opponent awaiting him was the reigning champion Fantastic Light, one of the strongest horses of his era.
150 out, it never gets better. Fantastic Light, Galileo's fighting him. Fantastic Light the inside. What a race, the race of the world. Fantastic Light.
Under the expectation of just being safe is all the best, the team witnessed a jaw-dropping victory.
ステイゴールドが間をついて上がってくる。ステイゴールドが間をついて上がってくる。前に迫るとステイゴールド。さあ、ファンタスティックライトに。
Stego, I should call him.
ステイゴールド、ステイゴールド、シルバーの。さあ、ファンタスティックライト、ファンタスティックライト。ステイゴールド、ステイゴールド。
Go, 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 go.
さあ、どうか。ファンタスティックライトとステイゴールド。最後はこの2頭だ。
The first Japanese horse to win the Shima Classic, the first overseas stake for the children of Sunday Silence, and as if fate demanded
But it's a Godolphin horse and Stay hates Godolphins.
the poetry, that day was Stego's birthday. What is this win?
One on his birthday even? Legend.
After his triumphant return, Stego witnessed the final brilliance of TM Opera.
Go, 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 go. Oh.
Just when everyone thought
The brake check. No, not the brake check.
he had finally grown up, he pulled another Wuno reverse that got him disqualified. In the following Tenno show and Japan Cup, he failed to run in straight line again.
I swear he did it to troll. Because they said he stopped doing it in this racing year. He had finally stopped veering to the side. But this time he did it as soon as the other horse was kind of moving forward a little bit.
Ending disappointing, as fans prepared to vote him one last time for the Alima
Maybe it was, just some sibling rivalry. Stego probably wanted to slay the Overlord here for good, but enter was collateral damage. Ooh.
Kine. They found out Stego ran away. Instead, the team made a
legendary
poetic
race.
decision. For his final race, they would send him overseas one last time, the destination, Hong Kong. Because of his victory in the Dubai Shima Classic,
This
the
is the
team think he
race.
performed quite well
This is
outside
the
Japan.
race.
Therefore, Stay Gold, for the first time in his career, became that first favorite in a G1 due to international victory. As tradition, the Hong Kong Jockey Club assigns Chinese name to international runner, and the immortal name he received was Golden Journey. The race began. Stay Gold settled calmly in the middle of the pack. This horse had seen everything. He witnessed the final glory of the Mejiro family. He watched Silent Suzuka's front lead, the heartbreaking Silent Sunday. He lived through the rise and fall of the entire golden generation. He saw the century-end reign of an overlord. He witnessed the revenge of Meisho Doto and the dawn of a new age after TM Opera.
Wait, why do they rename them? Tradition? Oh, yeah, Tradition.
However it ends, it is an end of an era. But at the third turn, Accra burst forward. By the time they entered the final straight, Accra was still leading by 5 lengths, a gap that should not be able to close. The race seemed to be decided. And yet, Stay Gold began his chase. Never won a Group 1, never once the first favorite in a G1. A horse who so often held something back. In his last race, suddenly gave everything he had. The champions of each generation.
Such a legendary story, man.
What remains is the challenge.
Honestly, you can't even write a story like this.
Witnessing countless stories, and in the end, close the book with his own.
Reality truly is greater than fiction.
Win or lose belongs to no one but my own Golden Journey.
And then Stay Gold decides to grow wings and fly. Max power, max guts. All skills activated, unique pop. And flies. Absolute cinema. Absolute cinema.
This was the first overseas G1 victory achieved by a horse born and trained in Japan. Comparing to Ugly Cap and Tokai Teo, the final race of Stay Gold stands shoulder to shoulder with them. A veteran who ran 50 times in career finally fulfilled his lifelong wish in the very last race and was gifted the name Golden Journey, a name so perfect that it traveled back to Japan and became his identity. This is the kind of a story even Hollywood writer would hesitate to put on paper.
Yep, that's what I was just saying. Reality truly is greater than fiction sometimes.
And yet, this was real history that happened in reality.
Crazy.
In the final sprint, he suddenly drifted inward, nearly ran into the rail. Normally, Stay Gold had a bad habit to drift to the left. This time, he had to surprise people by drifting right. That scared the crap out of Yutaka. Even in his final moment, he still stayed true to himself. So much so that he passed this bad habit down to the future.
Carrots. Nom 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 nom.
And with that, the father of the Gold family came to its dramatic end. After his retirement, Japan filmed a documentary for this beloved veteran. When the film reached the end, people taking care of him began to talk hope for him as a father. They were saying his children will probably be just as difficult as him. By then, there will be new victims that need to take care of those troublemakers. But when saying this, none of them were complaining. Many even began to shed tears, wishing his children would claim the victories he couldn't in Japan. As mentioned before, Shadai once considered selling Stay Gold. The reasons were many. He was clearly too late maturing. His temperament was difficult. By his retirement, he was 4 breeding seasons behind others, and there was just too much Sunday silence blood in the market. Hoping his children to do well was just a hope. At that time, no one could have imagined the scale of impact he would leave for the sport, and what form this beloved horse will pass the golden spirit onward.
And
the
that's
chaos,
why Stay Gold is one of the goats.
The stubbornness and the joy. Stay Gold retired, but the story did not end here. This golden journey was just about to begin.
Look at that. That is some beautiful artwork right there. To be continued. Oh, he's working on another one. He did, in fact, stay gold. And then look at Journey, almost as tiny as stay gold. And of course, Gold Ship just mogging on everyone. Read the description for more. Ah, that was so good, man. Maybe always with the banger videos, and we already dropped a like. Let's see, what does he say? In the following weeks, I'll be posting a new series of videos about the Gold family members to show how lovable they are. And I will post many things under the description for the series because I won't be able to say all the things in this video. I adore Stay Gold. The Stay Gold family is my favorite family in horse racing. Same! They were the first family I was so obsessed with after I got into racing. Same! And now I am still just as obsessed as back then. Therefore, the Stay Gold family is something I had been planning to do for a long time and waited for quite some time to finally bring them to all of you. I wish you'll all enjoy and fall in love with them. I for sure have. For Stay Gold, I had trouble coming up with the proper title because he was a horse with so many titles. A mad horse, a veteran, a legend, but at the end, I chose the single word that described him best. A journey. So yeah, he's going to work on other family members right here, but I'm still having trouble thinking of proper titles for other members. So here's the horses coming up if you want to help me out. He's going to do Dream Journey, Festa, Ofavri, Gold Ship, and Oju Chosan. Loved the video. I saw the list of the Gold family in the description. I hope, that's not a word, hope Phenomeno is... Well, I hope a Phenomeno vid is in the making as well. There we go.